Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marsha and I'm the Black Thumb Gardener. I live in Ontario, Canada, USDA Zone 5B, and I do everything gardening with a little bit of travel sprinkled in. Today's an exciting one because we have an unboxing to do, plus we're going to be potting up all of the seedlings that we started in the last few weeks. Now, for those of you who are new, we've been following my seed starting timeline, which started at week 14 on January 27th, and today we are at week 3. So there are 3 weeks left before my last frost, and my seedling room is packed. We have lots of things to pot up, and we still have some more flower seedlings to start. So on that note, let's start off with unboxing this package. Now, this is from a company called Indoor Farmer. They're located in Waterloo, Ontario, in Canada. And I picked up a bunch of Bootstrap Farmer supplies. I realize right now that I don't have any pots to pot up my seedlings into. So some of my seedlings have been a bit stagnant in terms of their growth. So I'm hoping that once I pot them up, we'll see significant improvement. But for now, we're gonna open this package. I'm so excited. Now you can buy Bootstrap Farmer supplies in the US directly from Bootstrap Farmer, and you can order Bootstrap Farmer directly from their website, and they do ship to Canada. But I've ordered from Indoor Farmer before. They're a reseller of Bootstrap Farmer supplies, and it works out for me. So on that note, let's open up the package. Oops. I don't know where to put it. Now the shipping for this was really fast. I think I ordered this, I don't know, earlier in the week, and I think the shipping only took about a day, maybe 2. This side. There we go. All right, I'm gonna move the camera so you can see what's in here. A lot of paper, oh my goodness. Ah, look at this. Oh my gosh, the color just gets me every time. Look at all of these colors. Whew. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Actually, this blue matches my nails. And then we have bigger pots. And I'll go through this. Ooh. Okay, so this is everything that I picked up from Bootstrap Farmer. And Bootstrap Farmer is a family-owned company that makes seed starting products. I've been using Bootstrap Farmer for the past probably 2 years, and I've really come to love their containers. They're very hard plastic, very durable, and I really like the design, and I love the colors as well. So what I picked up today is this is their 32 cell holding tray, and I do have a flat tray downstairs from Bootstrap that this will go into, and then this tray actually holds the 2.5 inch containers, and these are the 2.5 inch containers. So I picked up the holding tray and I picked up some more containers. I love these. These are great. I'll show you the difference between seedlings that I still have in my Grow E system versus seedlings that I've transplanted into these 2.5 inch pots. And it makes such a difference in terms of the growth of my seedlings. So I picked up more of these because I do have some brassicas that I'd like to pot up into these today. I also picked up the next size up. So this is the 3 inch container. And I figured that when it comes to potting up my tomatoes, I don't want to go to the 2.5 inch container. I figured that I can use this for my other seedlings. I can even use this for my peppers. But for my tomatoes, I wanted something a bit bigger. And I figured using the 3-inch containers would do really well. Even for my geraniums right now, I want to pot those up today. They're currently sitting in 2.5-inch containers, and I think it's time now to pot them up to the 3-inch containers. So really this is for the geraniums and also for the tomatoes. I got purple because they didn't have the multicolors available, but I love purple. It's like one of my favorite colors. So we're gonna be potting up some geraniums into this size today, and just look at the difference, right? This is gonna be great for tomatoes. I mean, I could put tomatoes in here and then pot them up, like if I wanna transition to here and then to here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think once my tomatoes have gained some more size, I'm gonna move them from the Grow Ease container right into these pots. The last thing I picked up from Indoor Farmer is this dolly, and this is for my green stock. So these items here are Bootstrap Farmer, and this is green stock. One of the reasons I like Indoor Farmer is because they not only sell Bootstrap Farmer, they sell green stock, they sell Epic Gardening cells. So you don't have to go to those individual companies in the US and then pay the fees to ship it to Canada. Especially with tariffs now between countries, things are getting more expensive. So I thought it would be better to just order directly from Indoor Farmer, and then that way you can go to one place and they have multiple things from all these different companies that we know and love. So picked this up for my green stock because I didn't actually pick up a roller set or anything. My green stock kind of just sat on my deck, and I found it very difficult in terms of rotating the container around because some areas got more light than the other. So by picking this up, I'm hoping that I can rotate the container throughout the summer, and then everything will get the right amount of light. So if you don't want this, you can also get the one with wheels, but I thought I don't need to really roll things around. It's gonna be static in my garden. I just need to be able to turn it every now and then so everything gets the right amount of light. So I'm excited to do this, and then you'll see later on when I do a video in the next few weeks of me setting up my green stock for the season and installing this. So stay tuned. Okay, so let's go pick up the seedlings that we need to pot up, and let's get started. For those who are new here, I do have a mini grow space in my basement. It's where I start all of my seedlings, and for the most part I use these Grow Ease containers that you see me picking up, and I raise and lower my containers using different boxes. Look, we have a flower here. This is a dianthus. Okay, I admit this is a lot. It's a lot. These are all the seedlings that we've started together in the past few weeks that we're going to be potting up today. Yeah, there's a lot here, but let me walk you through what we're going to be potting up. You'll see that I also have these little sticky tabs lying around in some of my containers, and that's just because I'm dealing with a fungus gnat issue just a little bit. So I'm using these sticky traps to capture them, and they're doing really well. So I'll go through what we're gonna be potting up. So to start, we're gonna be potting up some of the brassicas we started a few weeks. This includes broccoli, cauliflower, and also some kale. So the next thing we're going to be potting up are the geraniums. Don't they look great? We started this at the beginning of our seed starting schedule, and they're looking fantastic. The next thing that we're going to be potting up is some celery. So look at the celery. Look how much I have. So we started not too long ago 2 varieties of celery. One is Tall Utah, which is this one here. And then we started some Tango, which is here. But if you look at this one, I potted this up into the Bootstrap Farmer 2.5-inch cell probably a few weeks back, and look at the size difference. I don't know if you can see it this way, but look at the size difference. I'm guaranteeing you that when I pull this up, the roots are going to be coiled around, and that's not really healthy for the plant. So if we bump them up to a 2.5-inch size container, they're just going to have more space for their roots to spread out, more soil to hang on to, more nutrients to grab. It's going to be so much better for the plant. So look at the difference, this to this, such a big difference. This is why you need to pot up your plants, because if you do not, they'll get stunted. Okay, so we're gonna be potting up some celery, and then the last tray that we're gonna be potting up is kind of like a mixed bag. Now this tray has some foxgloves, it has some stalk, dianthus, I just showed you the flower, and it also has some lemongrass and Greek oregano. Now, the reason why I'm potting this container up is because look at it, it's like packed and it's pretty much growing out of the container. The second thing is that some of the items in this tray actually need to get out into the garden pretty soon, because some of these are cool flowers. So the foxglove can go into the garden, the stalk needs to go out because it's a cool flower, dianthus should be going out, but I don't really need to put out the lemongrass. I don't need to put out the Greek oregano. So this is where I'm gonna pot up some of these plants, start hardening them off, and then get them into the garden in the next couple of weeks. But in the meantime, I'll give them more space to grow, and then that way they'll have a good footing to get to be transplanted into the garden. So to start, I'm just going to fill up these containers with some potting mix. It'll make the process go by faster and be a lot easier.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb. A tunnel where there's no light.
Done. It's all filled up. And then let's pot up some seedlings. There we go. Look at the roots of this seedling. See how it's all wound up? This was not going to continue to grow very well compared to this celery. Look at the difference in size. So this is root bound, and it was time to pot this one up. And then once I do, it will catch up to the size of this one. Just opened it up a little bit. There we go. And then I'm just gonna pot this in and then place the soil around it and tuck it in really well.
You're making me wholehearted. Together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it. How you turned everything around.
Okay, so we are done with the celery. It looks so good, doesn't it? So we're gonna move on to the brassicas, and I'm just gonna grab them quickly. Oh. This is what they look like. Ah, look at that. Ah. That works. I love it when it works. And then you can pick this up. Ah. Look how root bound that is. And there are two in one cell. I really shouldn't have done this, but I just wanted more brassicas. just finished this tray and I still have 15 seedlings to go. I don't know where I'm gonna fit them. And I just realized that my plan was not to put the celery in this cell. This was supposed to be an entire broccoli, cauliflower, kale cell. And so I'm going to move these and pot up the rest of these. But they're looking good. Ooh. Trust me, in a couple weeks, you won't even recognize these. You won't even recognize who they are. They're going to be so different. They're going to be so grown. These are baby seedlings. And when you see them next, boom, they're going to be so much bigger. Okay, all of the brassicas are almost done. This is what they look like. And I'll walk through what I have here. I have a messy setup right now, but this is the red boar kale. It's red. There's 4 of them. This is the lacinato kale. And then this is the Atlantis broccoli. And then this one is Aspabroc broccolini, my favorite broccoli variety. And then this one is, I don't know what this, I think this is a cauliflower. So I have 1 cell left and I'm not putting anything in there for now. And I just realized I'm really running out of these 2.5 inch. I probably should have bought more, but I'm happy with the status of this for now. And then I do have 4 gypsy broccoli that I have not been able to fit into this. So either I take some of these seedlings away and fit this in so I have an entire brassica deck, or I find somewhere else to put this. I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to empty out these geraniums right now into the bigger pots. Remember, I'm going to put them into the 3-inch pots, so I'm going to do that now, and that will free out some of these containers, and then I can use them to finish this tray. And I move the celery over to this tray, so this tray will be celery and whatever else I can fit in. So I'm going to pot these up right now. Okay, I am all done with the geraniums. This is a Maverick mixed geranium. I love them in the purple containers. They look so good. Okay, let's talk about this container because I didn't think I calculated this properly. But anyways, I don't have any more containers for this entire tray. And things in here really need to be either potted up or transplanted outside because they've just grown absolutely wild, and I have flowers blooming, and yeah, we definitely need more space for these things to grow. But I think because half of this tray needs to go outside right now and half of it is not ready, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the oregano and the lemongrass here and put that in the 2.5-inch containers. And then the rest I might just leave in this tray and then just start hardening it off rather than trying to find another container or space to bump it up. I'm just going to start transitioning the rest of this container outside because It's foxglove, it's dianthus, it's stalk. This stuff needs to go. This was quite a bit of work today. I wasn't intending to do this activity this week, but since I got the containers, I just decided to get it done. And we got a little flower petal out of it. Look at that. Anyways, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. See you next time. Bye.